and the class. Bard is definitely more of a utility mid-range class. You don't want to be too much in the back line or too much in the front line. You want to be kind of right in the middle. Perks and skills first. I'm sure someone's going to just copy this screen real fast and be like, okay, cool. This is the build I'm gonna do. And they're gonna look at my music and then they're gonna click out, which is totally fine because that's what I used to do. I like charismatic performance, storyteller, superior dexterity, and rapier mastery. And then I like having 2 music memory sheets. This is the order I found works best for me. I played duos with a wizard, so you could switch out Corral of Clarity if you don't have somebody who uses memory stuff. You can just toss that out and replace it with something else. But for those of you who are going to stick around and learn more of the basics of Bard, I'm going to go back to the perk screen and go over which ones and why I picked the ones I have. Charismatic performance. This makes it so you can skip notes, play the song faster. Storyteller. You'll get 3 will and 3 knowledge for you and your teammates. They do have to be in a certain range of you. Radius isn't that long. This might be flexible, but honestly, 3 knowledge is so nifty, especially when it comes to memory. As you get better gear, you might be able to take this one off. Right now, especially since it's at the very start of the wipe, definitely can't take it off. You need this one. This one is, you don't notice it until it's gone, okay? You take this off after using this for very long, you can't go back. You will be aching. One of the biggest problems with learning Bard, the complexity of it, is switching between 4 instruments, 2 weapons, potions. It gets kind of chaotic. This makes it a lot faster, definitely necessary. This one's a lot more flexible. I like using Rapier Mastery. It gives me 5 action speed. Action speed basically makes you attack faster. Boop, boop, real fast instead of boop, boop. I'm gonna cut that out. This one can mix and match with what you like the most. When I first started playing... Oh my gosh. My microphone was so high up, you probably couldn't hear me very well. Oh, that's so painful. Okay, a lot of people like falchions more than rapiers. And when I first started playing Bard, that was the case for me. With time, I found I loved rapier and falchion sucked. Rapier is faster, action speed type faster, but also movement speed. You can maneuver a lot easier with it. In certain fights, like in a next to a wall or a doorway, being able to stab is so freaking nice as compared to clink with your huge massive falchion and then dying. I mean, you can circumvent that with skill and time, but when you're like learning to like drag your weapon so it doesn't do crap like that, painful. So many deaths. Rapier is amazing. But let's say you are a diehard falchion fan. My recommendation would be Dancing Feet, definitely amazing. This is more of a quality life one though. And then I would say Lore Mastery would be my next one. It gives you 25 regular interaction speed, which I think is a nice, not necessarily necessary, find what works best for you, but honestly, Rapier Mastery gives me weapon damage and action speed, which is wait, not French. Icing on the cake. I don't know. I like it. It's good. Skills. I use 2 sheets. None of these are good. Dissonance. Play an instrument to make an unpleasant noise that silences all enemy targets for 3 seconds. There's a song that actually silences. So if you really were high strung on silencing, just get the song and then the 4 other songs with it with just using like a sheet. Encore. The next song will automatically play at maximum speed and will be played perfectly. Just get good at note skipping and then be your own built-in encore. You can do it. Party Maker. Play an instrument to remove the drinking effects from all nearby allies. Why? On to the meat and potatoes of Bard. Drum. Oh my gosh. When I first started playing, I totally underestimated the power of the drum. The drum is easily one of the best instruments, okay? Drum and flute are going to be your baby makers, okay? These will be the reason you win your fights if you do these correctly, okay? Only like one song on Lyre has like, amazing. Din of Darkness. Deal X magical damage to all enemies to an area around the performer based on performance. It's good at revealing hidden rogues. If you have good timing and spacing, you could kill a rat trying to run away from you like a druid. Allegro. Allegro is amazing. Definitely could be fit in with the right build. Accelerando. You and nearby allies gain additional move speed for 8 seconds and it stacks up to 3 times. Now, the mistake I made when I first was doing this was playing the song 3 times in a row to get it to stack 3 times. Don't do that. I am stupid and It stacks by itself. So don't even do that. It's really nice. People go zoom in, but it only lasts 8 seconds. So I'd play this like the very last song as you get all your buffs off before a fight. Rousing Rhythms. You have to have this. It's the first on my list for a reason. It gives you +2 all attributes. So let's say you do not have enough knowledge to play a song. This one will give you 2 knowledge. For example, I don't have enough knowledge going into the game for this song, but when I play Dish, I do. Now, since I have this, I start with an auto 3, so I have access to this one, right? But not necessarily this one. This puts me over the edge to be able to use this one, which is really nice. Beats of Alacrity. 4 more gains, 9 additional move speed for 120 seconds. So for 2 minutes, you're 9 movement speed faster. Something took me quite a bit to learn. Movement speed in this game is king. And if you fall behind, you will die. You'll either get kited out by every ranged class in the game, or you'll get bulldozed by every barbarian, fighter, bard, rogue in the game. Like, they will just run at you and just eat your booty, and you will not like it. You will be mad. You'll go into the Dark and Darker main Discord channel. You will complain, everyone will laugh at you, you'll cry, and they'll all say, get good. Movement speed is king. Unfortunately, you gotta build around it. Bring this. 9 movement speed. You can't beat that. Okay? Next, Flute. Flute. Personally, in my friend group, I've been banned from using a certain flute song because I abused it, so I may be a little biased, but there is definitely one song that you cannot go without, and that is Shriek of Weakness. If you get it off and it hits them, boy, you better freaking pounce on them. Have your barbarian pounce on them, have your fighter pounce on them, and if you're solo, you better be ravaging them, okay? Have yourself all buffed up, and then you go, and then kill them. Okay, amazing. This one's more of a luxury. I'm prioritizing it right now just because it's the start of a wipe. I am broke. I'm broke as frick. Unchained Harmony is letting me open up every freaking locked chest there is. So if you want money, Unchained Harmony is your bestie. But as the season goes on and I get more knowledge on my gear, Unchained Harmony will be like at the very end of my screen right here. Harmonic Shield. This is a love-hate. Everyone I know, everyone I talk to hates this one, but let me tell you, I'm a big fan because listen, movement speed is king. You're really gonna sacrifice a lot of your armor magic resist trying to go faster, because the more armor and magic resist you want, the slower you will be. So that's why I'm a big fan of this. It doesn't make you move any slower, so you can be a little more flexible with the gear that you wear to get the movement speed that you want, which again is king. I need water. I need water. Good soup. Where did I leave off? I think I was talking about this one. Yes, Harmonic Shield. Why did I skip out of all the flute ones? Oh my gosh. Shriek of Weakness. You need it. Piercing Shrill. This is the one I've been personally banned from using because we get into a team fight, and instead of me doing anything helpful, I just go the whole time, and it's just this song over and over again. Similar to Den of Darkness, so I think you either use Den of Darkness or Piercing Shrill. Meow. Piercing Shrill, Den of Darkness, comes down to a personal preference. I think Piercing Shrill will be more effective against rats. It does take a little bit to get off, and rats are really fast, and they have to be in the radius, so if you can get them with it, they'll die instantly because they have so little health. You do slow down holding an instrument. If you do want that, you would probably want to do Dancing Feet. I know some people like Den of Darkness more than Piercing Shrill because this has more of like a tick, a walk, and move around a little bit with it. Banshee's Howl reduces nearby enemy all attributes by 3 for 20 seconds. Really like this one. My team, they don't feel a difference, so they had me take it off. Lute is the most underwhelming of all the instruments, more niche, a little harder to pull off, but the two that I think are big musts. Lament of Linguar reduces the additional move speed by 10. I love this because if you're mid-range, they're running at you, and you don't want them near you like a barbarian. You're not going to beat a barbarian unless you kind of draw out the fight. This will help you kite out. Someone rushing you, someone sprinting at you like a fighter, someone roaring and then running at you, a barbarian. Lament of Linguar will counter that. It'll give you some time. Play this real fast, put your weapon away, turn around and just freaking book it. You don't want to get Achilles strike by a barbarian, headshot by a barbarian, by a longsword fighter. Get the heck out of there. You're not meant to be doing that. Know your class, run, and make them slow. Area of Alacrity. You gain 8% action speed for 120 seconds. This just makes you attack faster. Song of Silence. Bard. It's a little harder to execute. I don't recommend it as a beginner. Canceling someone's spells can be really freaky powerful with spells being so strong. This one's just more of a troll spell in my opinion. Mobs were everywhere. It was chaotic and I just played peacemaking. My team was mad at me. The enemy team was mad at me. Everyone was mad at me. So it says peacemaking, but don't be fooled. No one will be happy that you played it. Don't do it unless you think you're really funny. Piss everyone off. Peacemaking, hilarious. I should make a video of that. Chaotic Discord. Excites nearby monsters to attack the nearest target except the performer. More niche. This will make enemies turn onto your teammates. In solos, I think it'd be a lot easier to execute, and it could turn the tides pretty well. Corral of Clarity. This is really just dependent on who you are playing with and if you're playing with anyone else. If you're playing with people who use memory and spells, they need to sit down, regen all of it. Bring this. If they're a wizard, they don't have to bring meditation. They can just have an extra slot like this, you know, so instead of having just 5, they can have 10. This is not as strong as meditation, but when you have 10 skills, this and a campfire. If you don't have someone who uses that on your team, boot this out. Ballad of Courage. Gosh golly, 10 physical power is right up there with Shriek of Weakness. If you do Ballad of Courage and then you shriek, this and this will win you the fight. In fact, if you bait out their stuff. This is my preferred page. It is flexible. It changes a little bit with the time of the season and with the classes that I am playing with. A good bard knows how to do this. 2 instruments on one hand and 2 instruments on the other hand. I only have my flute and lyre on this one. This is why I love the squire so much. Whenever I go into a game, I take this off and I take this off. When you're in a heat of a battle, you don't want to be pulling out your campfire instead of your lute. I'd recommend taking them out of your hot slot. And if you really need to take a pot real fast and fight, do a hot swap, take it out, go back to fighting. It's hard, but if you get really good at it, it can be done. I put my flute and my lyre on my 3. I have my flute and my lyre on this page. If you use space key bindings, I recommend doing this. My Q and my 3 to me is left, and my F and my 4 is my right. I go into my left hot slot, I will be able to play my left, and if I do my right hot slot, I will do my right page, and it works like a charm for me, because what will happen when you first start playing Bard, you're gonna hit 4, and then you're gonna hit F, and then you're gonna go, wait, no, actually Q, wait, no, hit 4 again, wrong instrument, Q, okay, now it's lit up. It's gonna be a mess. Organizing which finger is pressing it, that's my biggest tip to learning Bard. Let's look at gear I like to run at the start of a season. You need to do quests. If you're new or you haven't done quests before, look up all the quest items in the game, stockpile them. When the quest comes out, you can just dump all your quest stuff in, get it all done, and then you'll have all your squire's gear maxed out. It's so important. I'm seeing a lot of barbarians right now, I think because they don't have the gear to run these high knowledge classes, wizard, bard, to make the class better. If you want to keep up with your quests. I'm gonna go into a game or 2 and show you guys how to play this game well. I'm not gonna bring in all my healing because I don't know how this is gonna go. Usually I bring in 3 potions and 3 bandages, but because I don't want to lose money, because I'm not that rich right now, spent all my money on my wizard. I'm so sad. I thought I was gonna be playing wizard this season, and I've really fallen back into love with bard. Alright, so for this, you can just literally skip the first 3. Get a poor performance, it's fine, it'll open up the things. For this, you want to skip the first part because it's a big space. For Ballad of Courage, you have to only miss 1. I like missing the first one, but you could miss the last one. For Harmonic, you can miss 2. And also, if you get a white instead of like the dark yellow, it won't go through. For Rousing Rhythm, so 3 again, Corral of Clarity. If it's 4 spell, you can only miss 1. Just rule of thumb. I like to do this one because there's a big space. And then what I like to do is this is my next quick slot, so if I run into anyone, I can just quickly debuff it. I'm gonna rebuff because I see that they're running out. Keep track of them at the bottom. You'll get the hang of it. I used to just do it randomly because I wasn't sure. Really? Oh, that That means somebody's on the other side of the door. I'm gonna fight him. I mean, I totally expected to do that. That was 100% very easy. I did not panic at all. No panic was happened. My goal today is to fight and not panic. I appreciate you coming by and watching. If you have any tips or suggestions for Bard that I didn't add, please drop them down below in a comment. Like and subscribe so this reaches more people. I would also really appreciate it if you came and visited me on Twitch at twitch.tv/barbarian. I stream Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays from 4 to 6 p.m. Central Time. So I'd love to see you guys pop by, say hi, say hello. And if you'd like more videos like this or different videos, I'd love to hear it. Bye-bye.